Yeah, I'm back. Yes, we are a legion. You are the fallen. Understand that. It's just been what I call Puff Daddy remixed. Because that's Davion. And when you understand Davion, you understand Genie. You understand Jen in this sophisticated suit that where your power exudes through. Because we all carry that energy. So when you understand, and a lot of us see in the Matrix, it represents a people. Now, in your last Matrix, the feminine had to rise. She had to choose herself, Trinity. Neo couldn't even much fly without her. So divine feminine, you have to really choose yourself. Now, when I say choose yourself, what that heart do? You have to really, really do the work of the heart. Because when that serpent rises, if you ain't did the work of this heart, as they say in the church, it's going to be capped off and it's going to come right back down. Yeah. A lot want to be in the light, but a lot ain't haven't did the work of the heart. You cannot get to the chariot and have that experience if you haven't went through the heart. If you haven't went through that portal and started looking at all that hall of mirrors of seeing self, really dealing with self, really dealing with the traumas that, as some say, in the nervous system and all that in certain chakras, you're not gonna rise. Anything outside of that you will be bringing forth in this light, you're gonna be leaking. What do I mean by leaking? When we're teaching, any of us stepping into this light, there's no room for ego. Let me say that again. There's no room for ego. And that comes with, because a lot of us, we have a lot of following. And I get it, everyone wants to. When you using that which what you have in the right, in the higher perspective, because there's no right and wrong, it's high and low. So it's which energy you're operating out of. And when we're dealing with that and we're telling these stories of these pantheons, this is why I start off in the beginning that they ain't much made mistakes. So what makes you think you're not gonna make none? But when we're talking to this from a cult or whatever, that's like blue magic. And I'm gonna use the American Gangster. As he told the dude, that Cuban Gooding Jr., as that character, leave it alone. It don't need to be cut. You don't have to cut it. And what do I mean by me using this? When you giving these stories, it doesn't have nothing to do with your personal experience. That ain't much goes for me. We have to tell it like it is, not spin it. We have to stick to the script. But in there, they made mistakes. So now it's just bringing it to the awareness of all. This is why I say there is no one. We are multitude. It is a great fall for a great rise. But when you hear on this plane, that's why it's called earth. But if you flip it, you know it's heart. So if you're not doing the work of the heart, you're going to be leaking. And I'm going to use one thing. All of us love, I talked about it, but when certain things that you done already heard and you already know, you shouldn't be still entertaining that. And if you have the awareness and you truly online, you are truly conscious, then you will catch yourself doing certain things. Let's use the word narcissistic. Narcissist. The last time I checked, we have to understand that there was a time that it was nothing but us. Our grandchildren, or you like to call whites, they wasn't even much here yet. And none of us got along. So tell me, where did narcissistic really start? See, some of us still like to be in the victim mode and thinking of this word slavery. When if you know, we never been slaves. We only been PWs, prisoners of war. And when you understand that, you will understand where the narcissistic come from. Because those 7 countries that hit us all at one time, they all looked at just like us. And when they got all of us in place, then they brought in your indigenous slave, your servitude slaves. They brought many, but a lot was here too. Oh, did you know a lot was here? Because if you do your homework and you look up the ancient American book, and many people showed you when they raised up the queen, who was the queen, who was there under that big old smooth big stone that she was standing on carrying her? The grandchildren. And most of us focus on them so hard to where we focus and put the energy on them, and they really want to be you. I'm just calling it like I see it. The whole world has been waiting for the American gods to come online. Let me say that again. The whole world has been waiting on the American gods to come online. That shows you how much power you have. You didn't come here as a human. As I said, you're a primordial deity. You're a source, that spark, that black dot. But you have to go through this human experience to rise back up to who you really are. And when you understand going through pain and suffering to rise, it will make sense. And it will make sense to you if those of our grandchildren never existed and we created them. Where did your narcissistic start from? And yes, that was a bad bloodline that created them. And if you look in the Hermetic text, you should know what they said. So when we start ramping and harboring on this narcissistic, and you don't move on from that, and you still talking about that, that means you're leaking. That means you're not walking through that halls of mirrors and really looking at self. Because everything is going to boomerang back to self. Just like pointing a finger, 3 are pointed right